Hi, welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Paul Lisnick. You know, we always think that somebody who ends up homeless or in trouble, well, that's somebody else. It could never be us. Sometimes you may not realize, but that situation can actually come closer to home than you realize. I'll explain what I mean. Meet my next guest. Ellen Ray is the executive director for the Center for Changing Lives, which provides such important services to people in need. Ellen, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Is it fair enough for me to open it this way, which is basically to say we think it's never going to, homelessness, for example, will never come to me, and all of a sudden we wake up one day and it does?
Yes, and I think it's probably more true since the recession that many of the people who walk through our doors experiencing some sort of housing crisis are experiencing it because they lost their job. Maybe they had a 2-income household, now they have a 1-income household, but over 2/3 of the people who walk through our doors every single day say that it's either a loss of job or insufficient income that's led to their housing crisis.
And is there the person who comes to you, I guess, can you sort of say, well, they typically tend to be this kind of person, or could it be anybody, race, gender, age? It doesn't matter.
Really doesn't matter. We're just seeing more and more people who are experiencing financial insecurity. So, we have a lot of people who come through our doors with a lot of debt. Maybe they have poor credit because they use their credit cards to try and make ends meet for a long period of time. Maybe they're simply just making minimum wage and they're trying to pay for childcare and healthcare and a number of other things. So it really could be anyone, and we really see everyone walk through our doors. There's
a lot of organizations that do provide various services and social services. I think what's unique about you guys is what you're talking about, this financial coaching. So talk a little bit about those services so people who might be in need can find you.
Absolutely. So we provide a spectrum of financial services, and it ranges from everything from helping people access mainstream benefits and supports all the way to this very tailored financial coaching that we do, which is really can focus on everything from a small purchase that maybe would transform their situation, like a laptop or computer, to opening a bank account, which could save them hundreds of thousands of dollars in fees for using check cashing, all the way up to one day owning their own home. And so it's highly tailored. It focuses on the individual, and really what it's trying to address is that for most people, homelessness has a financial root cause. And as an organization, we've committed ourselves through both the resource development work, employment coaching and individual placement, and then this financial coaching to really using these financial services as a way to end homelessness.
Part of this, you've talked about financial coaching, but there's a job coaching component
Absolutely.
to this.
So we work with people who are under and unemployed to both get them in that first job. Maybe it's the job that just brings income back into their household, but then also to put them on a career pathway that'll help them get the better job, the next job, and often the living wage job that they need in order to never become homeless again.
This is a special year, 25th. It's not like you just started yesterday, 25th anniversary. Talk about that.
Yeah, so this is our 25th anniversary. We were founded in 1989 by a small United Methodist church in Humboldt Park, and 25 years later, we're still here. We're stronger. We're providing a new set of services that are really meeting the new context that people are
I was going to say,
with.
Just briefly, how have things changed in 25 years?
So we started actually with only emergency services. So we provided shelter and food primarily to people who are experiencing homelessness. And the organization really felt over the last 25 years that it needed to start addressing those root causes. And as we really looked at what our population needed, those root causes were financial in nature. It wasn't, not to say that mental health and substance abuse aren't important, but that really most people had an economic root cause. And so we've really developed over the last 25 years a service package that isn't necessarily focused on shelter or food, but really takes people in shelter who are in six shelters actually across the city of Chicago and brings those economic services to them to increase their financial opportunities.
People that want to learn more about you or help out or donate or volunteer, how do they reach you?
Well, we're on Facebook, Center for Changing Lives. We also have a website, www.hpsschanginglives.org, and they can certainly reach out to us or donate that way.
All right, thank you so much for the important work you do. A lot of people are appreciative of it. You're making a difference in the community. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
My guest has been Ellen Ray, the Executive Director for the Center for Changing Lives. They're doing just that, changing lives. I'm Paul Lisnick. Thanks for joining us here on Comcast Newsmakers. Bye-bye.